And we're right back. Yeah. We're right back. I got to talk. Sports Unplugged brought to you by the good people over at Miller Lite. Good, cold, refreshing beer. It's nothing like beer in a football game. We were talking about Ray Lewis. Is he the best linebacker / leader in the NFL, in the history of the NFL? Terry Sims checks in on Twitter. He says, no, I'm going to have to give that to Mike Singletary. Now, Ray's a good hype man. I think Ray's a little more than a hype man. And I want to say Mike Singletary was a good linebacker, but I don't think I'll put him ahead of Ray.
Well, I wouldn't put him ahead of Ray because Mike Singletary was a bruiser back then, man. He was just a run stopper.
He knew where to play was going.
Exactly.
That's one thing I will give him the edge over. He could read a play before anybody.
Yeah, but the thing about Ray Lewis is that his athleticism was
crazy.
It was great how fast he was
from the U,
and how he can cover. He can cover with the best of them
and blow
people up. So that's why I give Ray as probably the best middle. I go middle linebacker, interior linebacker, because of all the things you have to deal with. The speed and athleticism is like unmatched. Patrick Willis right now.
Monster.
That is the mold, and I think you'll be talking about Patrick Willis being the greatest when he's all done. Okay. If he can last as long as Ray did, which I doubt it. It is hard to do that.
Real quick, let's talk about the games that took place over the weekend.
Yeah.
AFC Championship game, NFC Championship game, and then I want to get into something we had a little tete-a-tete about earlier, and I want the people to chime in.
Right.
Remember, you can join us. You can join us on at Sports Unplugged on Twitter, at Leon Rogers, at Big Man, or you can go to WGCI.com, keyword sports, and watch us streaming live and get in on the fun. Now, first game.
Yeah.
San Francisco, Atlanta. Atlanta jumps out.
17-0.
Which we've seen them do
before.
All year.
Yeah.
Did Atlanta lose that game or did San Francisco take it from them? Because the same thing happened the week before with Seattle. Seattle just didn't have enough to finish.
Right. Well, no, their defense did because they scored. They scored. The offense scored the last time they had the ball.
Who scored? Who took them down?
Russell Wilson. All right.
Rookie of the year, but he won't get it. He didn't get it.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, they're gonna get it.
Who did they lose it or did they?
Or did San Francisco and Kaepernick take this game? Because let's be honest, the 49ers. Surprisingly, Kaepernick did it with his arm.
Yeah, he didn't run anywhere.
Reed Ops didn't run anywhere. No, he was throwing bolts.
Yeah, he couldn't get anywhere.
And like nice passes.
The thing about it is watching. The weird thing about that game was how good the Atlanta offense looked throughout the entire game.
Listen, for all the talk we talk about Julio Jones being inconsistent, that playoff game he looked like a veteran. He was making catches ridiculous. The end zone, the three tap. Oh my God!
Yeah, I heard that. I still haven't seen that play.
Oh my God! He got 3 in the short, maybe in about a yard and a half. He got 3 feet.
I mean, but that's what I'm talking about, man. Matt Ryan was carving up that D.
Yes, he was.
The entire game.
Yes, he was.
Something happened in the third quarter where all of a sudden, in the second half, basically, where they were moving the ball, but then something would happen at the very end. Either it would be a fumble, a pick. I was just like, yo, y'all destroying the Niners defense looked terrible. I think the whole game, personally. But something happened in the second half and then you had a missed field goal also. I was just like, what's going on?
They made adjustments. The 49ers did make adjustments.
They might have made adjustments, but Matthew Ryan was still carving that defense up until he got into to the red zone, and then all of a sudden it fell apart. I was told there was no running game, but I was told Matty Ice melted basically at the end. I mean that's basically what happened. But if you look at his numbers were ridiculous. Over 300 yards passing, 3 touchdown passes, 1 pick. He had a good game.
Listen,
but that fumble and that pick. It was game over at that point for some reason.
Somebody that works here upstairs, very powerful person that works here, says, hey, I'm pulling for the Falcons, and I love Matt Ryan, and I love the nickname Ice, but I'm not so sure of Matty Ice. And I didn't get what he was saying. He was like, I love Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just want to say Ice, I love Ice, but I don't like Matty Ice. And like you said, the ice part melted off Matty.
Yeah, it just fell apart. I mean, it was just the fumble was weird. I was like, what was this? You know what I'm saying? It's like
and credit to him, he got hurt late in the game, but that was irrelevant.
They were down by that point, and they shouldn't have been down. They shouldn't have lost that game. No, period. The way that they were playing, the way that the offense was playing, they shouldn't have won the game. No. Now I knew that San Francisco was going to put up a fight. You know what I'm saying? I knew they weren't going to just stay down. I knew Atlanta would let them back in, but like I said, I thought that you just see the offense fall apart because the offense fell apart against Seattle, you know, and then it came back. I didn't really see that in this game, but San Francisco was able to churn it out and get back in the game. But Atlanta should not have lost that game.
Never they should have lost it. But
not the way they were
playing
the
Kaepernick.
game.
He was making some throws. He
that
was
boy,
making some throws in that game.
Hey man. Yo,
you know, I don't
know.
Jim
Harbaugh, man, is
a genius.
You can call him a genius. You can call him
for going with
his gut
decision and went with his
gut. I mean, you can't be mad at him. The dude made the decision. It worked out for him. Alex Smith can't. Well, you can be mad.
Could Alex Smith have brought them back?
I don't think so. Because the thing is, Atlanta.
But they didn't run the ball.
But no. But
he did it with his arm.
Yeah, but the thing
is,
it
was the threat of him running.
There's always the threat of him running, right. And that changes the entire defense.
Yeah.
Now you don't have an extra pass rusher rushing. Yeah. He's sitting there waiting to see what he does. So you have one less person rushing Kaepernick to give him more time to throw the ball. Kaepernick can throw and he can run. I mean, the thing is, this dude is just as good as RG3. You know what I'm saying? So, and a bigger dude. I'm like, geez, man. And, you know, this is the type of thing you thought you'd see Cam Newton doing right now. And you do see glimpses of Cam Newton doing it. But the thing is also, it's kind of exciting me about what the quarterback position is going to look like in the next few years. So you have an RG3, you have a Cam Newton. It's going to be.
Here's my thing.
You're going to see a lot of this pistol offense running.
Yeah. So you're saying guys like Pat White and so on forth should
no,
dust off the cleats. Jamarcus Russell should make a comeback.
Well, no, Jamarcus Russell is making a comeback, but Jamarcus Russell can never run.
He's down to a svelte
308 pounds. He can't. He was never a runner. You know, I mean, Pat White just didn't have the skills. It's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna show. If you have the skills to make it, it's gonna show.
Listen, I'm gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
I love the whole little pistol offense. Everybody's enamored with it and excited right now. Soon as one of these quarterbacks get busted up because they figure it out, because it's going to get figured out. It's going to get listen, every gimmick, trick, offense, defense that's coming to the league, somebody's figured out.
It's not so much.
No, but hear me out.
The Wildcat?
Remember at one time, not even the Wildcat. Let's go back to the 46. Remember the 46 defense when Buddy Ryan had it?
Mm-hmm.
Obliterating offenses. Nobody had no idea how to stop this. Then he took it to Philly. Had great success. Then one day, somebody said, hey, I'm going to spread them out.
Right.
Now let's see what you do.
Mm-hmm.
46 disappeared real quick.
Right.
Some defenses are switching to 3-4. That's what it seems like everybody's
the hot
shifting
thing right
to
now.
the hot thing right now. Now, everybody's having a problem with the read option. One time it was the Wildcat. Just snap it to your athletic guy, let him move around. Once we figured that out, now we're going to
well, see, here's the thing.
Guys like Dante Hall made a living off the Wildcat.
Right.
You know, the X factor. But now people are figuring that out. Somebody's going to catch up and devise something to catch up. Then the quarterbacks are going to have to throw the ball.
No, I understand
then
that.
We're going to find out where the talent is.
I totally understand that. But here's the thing. Here's a beautiful thing about this pistol offense. It's the fact that you can throw the ball out of this offense. You can run the ball out of this offense. There's always a threat of it. You don't have to run it all the time. San Francisco has added it to their offense of their main offense. The thing is, it opens up more things.
I get that.
It can be a part of your offense. It doesn't have to be the offense. It can be a part of the offense, which always gives you the threat of running, of passing, running, and all that. It can still screw you up.
I get that, but at the end of the day, every quarterback that's coming out of college is still going to have to be able to make all the throws.
No, I know that.
And even in the pistol offense, the way you are up under center, it's not shotgun. It's a little bit closer.
It's a yard or two closer.
It changes throwing trajectories. It changes drops.
No,
and
but the thing is,
you're still going to have to be able to do that.
The quarterbacks that I mentioned though can throw the ball. I said RG3.
Well, RG3, Cam,
and Colin Kaepernick.
It's yet
and Russell Wilson.
We've seen him for 9 games.
Mm-hmm.
And out of the 9 games, he's really only reared back and done it with his arm 2. Like this last game he did. What I'm saying is, I would like to see a full season of Colin.
No, that's fine. That's fine. The thing about Colin is I can tell he can throw the ball. He has accuracy. He can throw the ball.
He used to be a baseball player.
Well, but what I'm saying is that I can tell. I mean, there's some guys where I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, he looks.
You know
horrible.
what I'm saying? But
like Tim Tebow looks terrible.
Right, exactly. But Colin looks. He has accuracy. I've seen him make good throws. We're like, damn, that's a good throw. That's fair. Not everybody can make that pass.
That's fair.
Now, can he do it over 16? That's what we're waiting to see.
When they're scheming for you every day.
Yeah. But we're going to see the Baltimore Ravens. And they're going to have 2 weeks to look at this guy. We're going to see what they do with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I said, over a 16 game, I think he's the real deal. I really do believe that.
Whereas the 49ers don't have to worry about Joe Flacco running so much, but at the same time, we know he can make all the throws. We know when he's on, he's just good. Now that brings you a sidebar. Can we start pushing him towards elite status? Seeing how he's the best postseason quarterback in this past decade?
Well, just in wins alone, even though no first Super Bowl appearance.
Hey,
but he's been in the playoffs every year.
He's got a better record than Manning, Brady, all the guys who've won one, Eli and everything.
That's great. But guess what? His seasons usually end with an L. That's what counts. I could care less how many games you win in the playoffs if you don't.
How many is it on him though?
I mean,
the games that you've seen,
I understand.
I understand.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I understand that. But at the end of the day, you come out with an L.
That's the team, though.
You come out with
him.
It's on his record.
Hold up. Well, this is the point I'm making is this. Last year, honestly, did Joe Flacco do anything wrong in the AFC?
No, because that was a drop pass. I understand.
Okay.
I do understand that. I understand what you're saying. But I'm just looking at it when you're just talking about records. End of the day, if I have 6 losses, you know what I'm saying? But I have 4 wins that one year. I went and got me a Super Bowl win.
But then we turn around and applaud Peyton Manning, who's pretty much the same thing. And the only reason Peyton Manning has a Super Bowl because he went against Rex Grossman in the Super Bowl. Shout out to James Lee, who really believed that Rex Grossman was the truth. Rex Grossman was a bum. If Orton would have started for the Bears, we probably have a Super Bowl ring because the Bears defense had neutralized Peyton Manning
right.
for the majority of the game.
So, but going back to Joe Flacco, is he elite? Give me a ring. You know how I am. Don't look at me like you're confused. And you can go ahead and put it.
He's on that level right below elite.
Yeah. Because the thing is, when I see him in the regular season, he pisses me off. I cannot stand Joe Flacco in the regular season.
I draft him every year.
He's the anti-Manning. He's the guy that doesn't care about the regular season but turns it on in the postseason. So, it's the weirdest thing in the world.
So who are your elite quarterbacks in the NFL?
It's only a couple. Tom Brady, my boy Peyton. My boy Peyton going to be in there.
Drew
Brees, Aaron Rodgers. Now I understand that Brees.
What about Eli? Got more rings? The only person
I know. No, I understand that. I understand that. But Eli, like Joe Flacco, pisses me off in the regular season. Pisses me off in the regular season. He turned up. No, I understand that. Not this year. Pisses. I'd have given it to him if they made a playoff this year. I'd have given it to him because
so he's on that
the way that he shot out in the beginning of the year, I thought they were straight, and they just fell apart at the end of the year.
So is he 1A below the elite and then Flacco underneath?
Yeah.
Eli, would you put them two in the same boat?
Eli got 2 rings. You can't. No.
So he's in like limbo.
He in the dinghy, right behind. Eli be like, Eli coming up to the yacht. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Joe just holding on to the rope.
Joe on the rope. Yeah, Joe on the little tube.
Right, just holding on. Quickly to the other game. Go ahead.
Okay. Baltimore, New England. Listen, a guy said this to me, and I had to honor it a little bit. Since the Patriots have got
Spygate,
cheating, they haven't
Spygate, Spygate. They haven't done nothing, man.
But they always get back to the AFC Championship.
That's great. Or the Super Bowl.
I just think
they can't win.
They can't win. Certain teams match up well with them, and I think Baltimore is a team.
Well, Baltimore plays them hard every time. If
they played Denver, I think they'd have beat Denver.
No, they'd beat Denver. They'd beat anybody else but Baltimore, I think. And then if they met San Francisco,
he did say this.
They have not won.
Haven't been the super bully that they used to be.
Dog, it's been years since they won the championship. Years.
But listen to what we're saying. It's been years since they won the championship, but they've been in the AFC championship.
I don't care. Philly went 4 years in a row. They haven't won a championship since like 07.
Yeah, but how many teams can say that, though?
Shut up. I don't care.
The Buffalo Bills went to the Super Bowl
care.
4 years in a row.
Bums.
Is Jim Kelly a bum?
Bum.
Is Jim Kelly a bum?
Bum.
You foolish.
Bum.
I gotta go to commercial break. We will be right back. What's Unplugged? What an asshole.